Good afternoon, everyone. Just sitting around the shop, organizing the boat. Just finished up on a couple installs this week. Thought I'd take a moment to organize some tackle. Got some new lures in, have to make room for some. Going through some of my tackle bags, I thought of a question that I thought I'd share with you guys, just to kind of explain, some of the Lakewood boxes that I use and why I chose to use them. When I first started looking at the website, I wasn't sure which lures fit in which boxes. So I think that's the important highlight of this video today. So just to kind of get you started, one of my newest additions is going to be my mini Magnum tackle storage box. And I just received this, I just ordered this in, shipped it right into Ontario. As you can see right from opening up, it holds 4 3600 trays, unlike its bigger brother who holds the larger ones. And inside here I've got everything from extra hooks, split rings, I've got all my extra offshore components, as far as down as my guppy weights, everything that I think I may use. I do have extras located in the boat other places I can get to, but this is kind of my grab bag. If I jump on somebody's boat, I got a little bit of everything, extra parts and everything else. The other thing I keep in here is I'm always close to the river, it seems like. So you never know when I switch from trolling to jigging. So I don't know why, but I always seem to have a few jigs hanging around and a couple spinning rods on the side of the boat. Scissors, snap ring pliers, anything that you can think of that you may not have if you jump on someone else's boat or you just can't remember which storage compartment you put it in. The lure wallet's another one of the new additions that I picked up. I use a lot of stinger hooks on the Detroit River early spring when they're short biting, and that's also important to make sure that I've got some accessible at all times. Again, I've got some other places in the boat, but having one on that top tray is going to be very valuable. It does fit another 3600 on the side as well as this side, but in this side I probably have a few other things, like again, smaller snap ring pliers, hooks, and probably even some lure lipstick worms for the Detroit River. So a few different colors in there. Again, just in case I change my mind and want to switch over. So that's a great new addition this year, and that's something that I'm really looking forward to using and having available to me. The next one that I have is probably my favorite. It's one that I use all the time. You ever see me jumping from one boat to another? I've probably got one of these lure caddies in my hand. I just want to show you what fits in these lure caddies, and as you can see, I've got two of them here just to kind of demonstrate. To start off, if you haven't heard of them, Hooligans, one of the lure companies that I work with, Yellow Fish Lures, similar size to a Bandit, so I have Bandits and Hooligans in here. So they do fit by hanging from that hook, so you're not reaching all the way to the bottom. If they do fall down, it comes with this handy little lure grabber that you can scoop up from the bottom and pull them out if need be. So I generally keep that in that side pocket. Some of the lures I just want to kind of go over with you guys what fits in these two boxes. I find that the lure caddy and the lure locker, which is its larger brother, have the same depth. This one just is wider, holds a lot more lures. So to go over quickly, we know that the P10s will fit in there as well. So we can place the P10s, same idea, hook down, they're not bunching up, they're not hitting the top. That's important to know. So P10s, Bandits, Hooligans, obviously Husky Jerk 12s, no problem, they fit in there, nice depth. Okay, again, they can hang by that. And then Moon Eyes, obviously they're a little bit shorter, so they're obviously going to fit. I can fit 2 or 3 per compartment. That's a no-brainer. The one I do want to point out, which was one of the ones that I was really curious about, I do run a few Husky Jerk 14s. Sorry, Husky Jerk Deep 14s. So they are a little bit longer. So when you place them in this size of box, you'll find that they bottom out before they hang. So it doesn't mean you can't put them in. It just means that you can't hang them by that tail hook like I'm used to with all the other lures. So they do fit. Like I said, you just have to make sure that you let them fall in and that hook will fall over. If they do get out of reach, we do have that lure retriever that comes with the bag that we talked about. So they do fit. I just want to make sure everybody knows that. So those are the majority of the lures that I use. with these boxes. And I have everything from jointed husky jerks to, again, moon eyes, hooligans, bandits, everything else that you can think of. Just want to show you these side pockets. Again, we've showed you our lure retriever on this side. I keep a variety of extra lures in there. This is probably from my trip up to Bay of Quinte last fall. I have a couple Smith wicks in there. So, you know, lots of room for larger baits in their original packages. I don't always open them, but I don't intend to use them. So that's the lure caddy. And then this one here, I probably have a whole bunch of flicker minnows and anything else that you can think of. As well, we have some 12s and 14s in the box. Oh, there's some more moon eyes as well. So I keep a little bit of everything around just in case I change my plan or the fish want a different presentation. So from there, we're going to go to this big brother, and I'm just going to show you stuff close and personal. This is the lure locker. And now this one here comes with 3 pockets compared to his little brother that only has the 2 end pockets. So on the back, we've got a huge pocket that we can fit anything. I've been known to put gloves in here, extra toques. Actually don't have anything in here right now. Surprised. Well, what do we have in here? We have a little bit of everything. So again, hooligans, bandits, lots and lots of room for different size lures in here. So, again, same depth, just a little bit longer, a few more lures. And again, we've got those 2 side pockets. In this side pocket, I've actually got some of the Lakewood's rod wraps. I actually picked these up this year because I seen up at one of the tournaments, rather than placing a lure on the rod every morning, one of the charter captains that was in the tournament had his lures wrapped so that you couldn't see them. So that's a cool little trick that I'm going to play with this year. So I keep a few of them in there. All right. Now, on to the big daddy. The one that I've really gotten used to using is the Monster. As you can see, similar style to the lure caddy. 2 pockets on the end. I've just got a few extra 8s, a few of my custom 6-inch or 8-inch blanks in here, and another huge pocket on the back that easily stores some 13-inch. I don't always put hooks on things just because I can store things a lot better and it saves me a little bit of hooks. So lots of room for 13-inch blanks in the back. Got some rod leashes in the side pockets, keeps all my musky stuff together. And if we look in here just for sizing, pick out a lure that you may recognize. So again, there's another 13-inch grandma style lure. And the almighty, we all know about different style headlocks. There's a 13-inch. Again, it fits down in. Doesn't hang from the lure, hang from the tail hook like our other ones, but it definitely does fit. This is just a 6-inch BWB. Lots of room. I didn't point this out. You'll notice in the front, in almost every one of these boxes, we've got room for snap ring pliers, shears, anything else that you may think of. So that's our Monster Lakewood box that I use mostly in the fall. It's because that's about the only time that I get time to musky fish. And I'm going to show you guys inside here another one of my favorite tricks. I've got the money bag. Now, you've seen lots of pictures of the money bag, people putting fish in them, you know, carrying the fish from their live well to their truck or to their cooler. There's no fish in mine today. So, again, just a couple extra Lakewood bags. And as you notice in here, I've got extra lures. So, lots of different ideas that you can do with these bags instead of just using them for their intended purpose. Now, this one here, We've got some swim jigs. I've got an extra headlamp. Oh, there might even be some power baits in here. You never know where I got that idea from. And obviously some more swim bait jig heads. I'll show you this last one. Most of you guys know me know I work with the Ally Fish lures, and I don't always ask for hooks on my lures when I order them, because I can store about 50 in these little bags, reach in, put a hook on a lure pretty quickly, and again, there's Northern Lights. You know, save a lot of space if I don't have enough tackle storage in my boat. So just some other ideas that you guys can do with these different products from Lakewood. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, shoot me a message. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and I'll be glad to answer any of those questions. Thanks for your time, guys.